Hi, good evening, everyone.
Can I give you, we don't have a paper copy.
No, there is some over
Okay.
there. Let's just, please give us a few minutes.
I like it. These are good. They fold up
Radia, I'm gonna promote you to panelist,
like this.
and Velasca, you too. I'm gonna promote you to panelist. Okay. Thank you for joining us.
We put our compost here, take it to 155.
Hey, Velasca, how you doing? Good evening.
How are you? How are you? Thank you for having
Let
me.
me see. Look, I
Next
can't.
to my,
I can't hear you.
you can? Oh, sorry. I mean,
Um.
Oh, you gotta unmute.
No. Yeah. No. I did.
can you?
Just, hey. Just try speaking for me. Maybe I got.
Hello, hello. No?
The volume is low.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's.
Stop.
Oh.
It should.
No, I don't know.
Let
Let
me
me.
say something. Valeska, can you say something?
Hello, hello.
Ordia.
Let me just
Hey, can you
test
hear
my
me?
speaker.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's weird.
Can you hear me now?
Um, the mic is on the speakers. Okay, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
but we still can't hear you.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know.
That's so weird. Let me just.
Let me just check my
Oh,
audio.
there it is.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear it. It works.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Thank you so much. Hey,
Yeah,
thank you,
no
Velasca,
problem. Oh, of course.
for
This is
joining us.
great.
So just give us a few minutes.
Hmm?
About 4 minutes, and then we'll get started. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Radia, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Great. Hey, how are you?
Good.
I can't
All right.
get
Give us
on.
about 4 minutes or so. We'll get started.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on.
That's good. Sorry, but I'm with informant. I need to sneeze.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Let's see who we have here. We have anybody on the, no, it's just us four. And then we have two in person. Okay, great. So the time is 7:11. Can I get a motion to adopt today's agenda?
Motion.
Motion, all right, seconded. Alexis motioned, Bruce seconded. Thank you so much. I called this meeting's order at 7:11. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your Business Development Committee Chair here at Community Board 12. As always, I like to start with some introductions. As I mentioned, my name is Joel Abreu. I'm the chair of this committee. I've been on the board for about 3 years, born and raised in Washington Heights. Excited to talk a little bit about a few things. It's a relatively short meeting today, so it's going to be fun. So I'm going to have Bruce introduce himself.
Oh, hi, Bruce Robertson. I've been kicking around the community board for a couple of years now on business development and also traffic and transportation, which always gets me in trouble because the car people and the street people and the bike people don't always agree. But business development, we're out for the little guy to promote small business in the hood.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Need that. Alexis, quick introduction.
Hi, Alexis Marnell. I was a public member for 5 years and just now an appointed member for business development and vice chair of, what am I vice chair? Parks and Culture.
Thank you, Alexis. Yeah, it's big. It's huge.
That's a big.
I've lived
Thank
in the
you so
neighborhood
much.
18 years and I work for Classical Theater of Harlem.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you for, again, taking the minutes of today's meeting. Always appreciated. I know I have Radia. Ms. Barnes, can you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Radia Barnes. I am a new member to the community board. This is my first year or first term serving. And I am also on the Housing and Human Services committees.
Great, thank you so much. I miss you in person. So like I mentioned, today's a relatively short meeting, but I wanted to go over a few announcements, and then we have Ms. Valeska Rodriguez is going to present a new program in the SBS. That's going to it's something that is right now a booming economy, and that will be in the next 5 years or so, and help a few people get their applications for the cannabis industry. So, but first, let me go into the introductions. The announcements. The first one, and I'm going to kind of talk to Bruce about this a little bit, chime with him, and talk to him about a bill that we really want to resurrect. That was kind of struck down. I think it was in 2019.
Yeah.
All right, and that's the SBJSA, which I don't want to.
Small Business Job Survival Act.
It is SBJ.
SBJSA. Small Business Job Survival Act, SBJSA.
So this bill really what it does is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, it allows small businesses to negotiate first after their lease is done, to negotiate first with their landlords without raising rents so high. Right now, it's clear across the district that once these leases end, landlords, what they're doing is they prefer to take a loss by not renting these places out, and writing them off as a loss instead of renegotiating with these smaller tenants.
Right,
Letting big box
right.
like Targets and Home Depots or Chick-fil-A's come in and
Yeah.
and push around the little guy. So Mark Levine was introduced this bill. Was he? They
He was a
introduced the bill?
co-sponsor. I forget who introduced it, but he was a co-sponsor. There were a bunch of other city council people. And Corey Johnson was speaker, and we thought it was gonna go through. And it didn't because Corey flaked out at the end, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, because especially not, they probably didn't foresee a pandemic and how much it would probably help during these
Yeah.
times, right? But I think that it's a good initiative for the committee to take on to kind of lead the way to push. But we need to gather more info, and I think Mark Levine is a person who worked on this bill, and we're trying to get a meeting with him to sit down and see.
And Sean Abreu.
And Sean Abreu, yes. To see if we can kind of get this out of, up again, and resurrect this bill and reintroduce it possibly with Carmen De La Rosa. So I think it would be just a great initiative for the committee and for the board.
Good.
So that's just one of the our things that we're looking forward to in 2024. But first, we have to have that conversation with Mark Levine, and we're going to talk to Benfidio about that. So just be on the lookout for that. I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys about that. Now, second thing on the agenda, huge changes. So a few years ago, they created an Office of Nightlife. It was its own separate office within the mayor's office. It was basically just that, an office dedicated to bars or restaurants in the night scene. And this past month, there's a few changes. First change is that SBS kind of took over the Office of Nightlife. So it's not its own department. Now it's under the SBS, which is great. I think it provides more resources for that office, and they go hand in hand. The second news coming out of that office is that one of our very own from this district, his name is Jeffrey Garcia, is actually going to be the executive director. I know he owned Wahiza.
Which one?
Oh, yeah.
Wahiza,
The pizza place.
the pizza place, yeah. On I think it's 190th Street on Broadway. And he's also the president of the Latino New York Restaurant Association, the New York City Land Restaurant Association.
He
So,
had to renounce to everything in order to get the nightlife job.
Yeah, he was pretty much in everything.
Correct. He was like the president of the Latino Cannabis Associations. He was
Yes.
the president of the restaurant. I don't know, it's a long name, but but he, in order to get the position that he's on these days, he had to just quit or resign for everything, and now he's just dedicating himself to just be seated at the SBS building and be the president of the nightlife.
Oh, that's good to hear. I would imagine. He's probably gonna have his hand filled. His hands
Correct.
filled with all.
He's
all
a great
these-
asset for our
Oh
community.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and
he
it's
will.
and it's great to see that is one of he's Dominican.
Correct.
He was born. Well, I think he was born in the Bronx, but he's heavily involved in our neighborhood. So, kudos to Jeffrey. Hopefully, I could get in time. I know he's busy right now, but one day we'll have him here, and we could talk to him a little bit about
We
what's
should.
going on here.
He's a great asset, as I mentioned before, and he's very accessible. Like I have his contact, and every time I need something, so he replies within 2 days window.
Okay.
But it's okay.
No problems. No quarrels there. But so congratulations to him. I know a few people also in the Office of Nightlife for 2024. We are going to invite some people just to talk to us about some of their initiatives and their programs that they have in the office. So they're also on our radar. But just wanted to brief you guys on those changes. some good news, just to move the agenda along. Minimum wage is going up,
Yes.
right?
I
Right, that's
know,
a round of
yes.
applause. Right, from $15 to $16. Department of Labor is doing that, it's, I know it's $1, but it's definitely something necessary, especially with inflation, still stagnant. Well, now it's stagnant, but was on the rise for that long stretch. But cost of goods are up. Cost of living is up, so it's good to see that the Department of Labor is giving folks that $1. So kudos to them.
When will that take effect?
I'll tell you right now, I had it here, it's loading. I want to get it to you. January 1st, 2024. January 1st, so the first day of next year.
Great.
Okay? So those are some good news. Another thing coming out from SBS, not really SBS, but is the New York Restaurant Week Winter Program. I want to just share the screen really quickly. I think is important.
When does that happen?
I'm gonna share it for you right now. Just bear with me, okay? I usually have it that I can share it over here, but it's okay. I'm gonna log in real quick here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I guess I'll come back to it. Yeah, it's not loading for me, but I guess I'll come back to it. It's usually they have this land restaurant week for during the summer, and now they're doing one in the winter. I think it starts in January. We're gonna come back to that just for the minutes. And I'll show it in the screen, and I'll show you how you guys can how our business owners can apply for it. There was a early bird special, but it was in October. I'll show you the flyer right now. But I wanna mention we have a program. SBS has a program, and during our October meeting, we were speaking about how we can help. I mean, we have an influx of immigrants, asylum seekers in the city. I don't know if you guys remember, we were brainstorming ways where we can include them in our budget. You guys remember that?
Mhm.
And I think SBS kind of came out with a program, and this program is for asylum seekers, well, business owners and asylum seekers for business owners that wanna help employ asylum seekers and asylum seekers that are looking for employment. I'm gonna put it in the minutes. So people can take advantage of this program. It just started recently. Just wanna. You basically fill out a form. If you're a business owner, if you're a job seeker, you also fill out a form. It's in English and Spanish, and it's on the SBS website. You can Google it. They're partnering up with Workforce One to do this. So And I think it's called the American Dream Works, is the exact name of the program.
America Dream Work.
The American Dream Works, yeah. We have a workforce center here on 181st Street. So if you know any asylum seekers that are looking for employment or any business owners that are looking to employ asylum seekers, this is definitely a great program for them to take advantage of. It's the form is, I have it here. It's not that grand, about 6 questions. So something we could take advantage of for sure. Yeah, so those are my announcements. Let's see if I have another one. I'm always having so many announcements. What do you think? So many, Bruce? All right. So I wanted to introduce Valeska. Is that how you pronounce your name? I feel like I've been
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
literally as it's written.
Valeska. Perfect. I wanted to introduce her. We met during our general board meeting, and she's doing a very interesting thing that I thought it was very necessary, especially with the applications. I know the applications for cannabis licenses. They started all the way back in October. I remember having that in our meeting maybe a few days after that start date, and it's open for 60 days. It's like a green rush, not the gold rush, but the green rush. And everybody's trying to apply, but it's very confusing. And we need a guide. Our community needs a guide, and I think Valeska is doing a great job. So take it away. Talk to us about a little bit about what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Yes. My name is Valeska Rodriguez. I am working on NYC Business Solutions in collaboration with SBS Cannabis NYC. So we are a technical support or technical assistance for all the applicants that want to have the dream or open their own business on cannabis. Obviously, as you know, it's not federal legal, but it's state legal. And the OCM, or the Office of Cannabis Management, wants to give this out, especially to the social and economic equity affected by the prohibition law before March 31st, 2021. The applications were open October 4th, and it will close in December 18th. The applications are open for if you want to apply, even in the New York areas that we know that everything is extremely secluded, but still, if you think that you can open a cultivation business or processing business, distribution business, micro businesses that it entails, that you go in a small scale from seed to sale, that I think it's amazing. And this is one of the license that it has to be, they have to go to the community boards, and these micro businesses licenses are tricky because they must cultivate, and in order to present themselves to the community boards, they also have to give you the techniques that they're using from seed to sales. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to do for the growing techniques. What's the space that they're using? The OCM, or the Office of Cannabis Management, require for them to select in advance what the space that they're using, if they're going to do indoors cultivation, mixed lighting cultivation, or up to 5,000 square feet, and outdoors only, and if it will be up to 10,000 square feet. And everyone, as I mentioned before, because this is seed to sale, they must cultivate. So everyone that it will come to the community board have to have a technique. How do they have to how do they will cultivate? What's the space that they're using? And also, what are they doing in terms of indoors, mixed lighting, or only outdoors. They can do, as I mentioned before, it's a license that it goes from seed to sell. So they have to also let you know if they're going to do cultivation, processing, distribution, cultivation, processing, distribution, retail. So they have the options to do everything. They have the option just to do one of each. They have the options to do all, as I mentioned before, they have to do all, but if they have a micro business, they need to let the community board know what exactly they will do there. And we also have the adult use retail dispensary that we all know that they will just open their space to just sell the product from, and then have obviously just partner with growers, process and all that. But those are the licenses that they're open right now, and we guiding and consulting everyone that they wanted to open their business. Obviously, cannabis is a taboo, especially in Washington Heights, Inwood areas, because it's the culture. Because as a Spanish myself, we grew up in a culture that drugs, whoever kind is, they're not good, they're dangerous, and they're just like not good as a business. They will also always look at you as you dealing with drugs, and that's it. So yeah, they will tag you as you're like drug dealer or something related to. And also society and the law didn't help us, especially in our communities. So we also like community disproportionate impact. Washington Heights and Inwood is the highest community disproportionate impact. So these are the one that we are as a working with SBS or Cannabis NYC. We're trying to support more because they were impacted, their families were impacted, they were growing a community that were totally impacted, and they didn't know that the OCM opened the doors for them to have like better opportunities, priority in this application process. If you live in a community disproportionate impacted and you earn less than 80% of overall income in your area, and then also you were affected by the prohibition law, you will be a priority candidate to get review in your application process with these businesses. So I myself and my colleagues in the office that are at NYC Business Solutions are a reliable and free support with everyone that it wants to apply and at least have like their first step in this new era of legalized cannabis in New York City. So that's what we're doing these days.
Great, thank you so much. So the deadline is December 14th, right? 18th.
Yes.
Okay. And this service is completely free.
Completely free. Completely
So,
free. We are covering from east to west, from 42nd Street till 242nd. We are part of NYC Business Solutions. We're sitting there where we are allies to SBS or Cannabis NYC across the board. As I mentioned before, we're 42nd up.
Okay, and then so you're not directly with SBS. So what's the name of your of the group that's inside SBS that's helping it, that's your team? What's the name of it?
NYC Business Solution.
Okay, NYC Business Solution. Okay, you got it.
We are sitting on Harlem Commonwealth.
Oh,
But-
Harlem Commonwealth.
But we are part of NYC Business Solution
Okay,
for
great.
the Upper Manhattan area.
Yes. Okay. Is there one license that what I want to know really is what's the traffic like now? How many people have you helped so far? And what's the face looking like in terms of like the applicants currently seeking this help? How many have you helped?
Well, in order for applicants to know that we are there, we need to go to events because not a lot of people know or knows that we are there for support, and the support is free. A lot of people are taking advantage of these round of applications or license applications since card applications were out, and that happened on November, like I feel like it was November 2022. And then it happened the what is it called, like the lawsuit came on, and then they last Friday, December 1st, they just reached out a settlement, and tomorrow, I don't know if you're aware of it.
So the injunction, they settled in the injunction?
Correct.
December 1st?
Was settled, yes. The judge gave the okay for everyone for cards to just go on in their application process. Some of them were like provisional licenses. Some of them they did have their license on their hands, but the next day the injunction happened. They couldn't open. The example is this dispensary called Hush Dispensary that is going to open their doors next Wednesday, December 14th in the Bronx. It will be the first card licensee that it will open their doors after the injunction was settled.
Excellent.
So things are happening. They gave out 400 licenses when the card application process went out. And we are hoping that most of them will be open by at least April 2024. But that is a different application process that the one that we are going through these days.
Yeah, well, in this committee, we spoke about card licenses when they were first being introduced last year. And we even spoke before, I think it was in September, we spoke about the injunction. And I know it was a group of veterans that were stopping these licensings from happening, not from happening, but being distributed. But I'm glad I didn't know that as of December 1st, they settled on the injunction. So car licenses are being given out, and hopefully, some of these car licensees can't come to our neighborhood. Because I know there's a lot of incentive to stay downtown, because downtown, the gray market, what we call the gray market, is not as prevalent as it is here in Uptown. So I know there's a lot of motivation to stay downtown, but we do invite the card licensees and the state dormitory office to come and look at landlords here.
Correct. I feel like you need to promote a little bit the cannabis industry with the landlords, because that is like also a stop sign when you present yourself on a place that you want to rent, but the minute that you address it that is cannabis related, is just taboo, and then the people don't want to go on it. I don't know the way landlords work as much in Washington Heights, but I feel like it should be a campaign kind of like related to the fact that we need to promote or incent, I don't know, like do something a little bit more progressive with the spaces. I know it's a lot of families and schools and house of worships in Washington Heights, but it's also, if we have smoke shops left and right, we should have legal shops the same kind of way that we have these smoke shops like taking over, and it's okay to give the blind side to them, but it's not okay to give a legal shop and okay. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So another question I'm gonna ask is there any updates on enforcement on because I know uh prior to it was kind of like an email, you'll send like a tip, and you know, hey, there's an illegal
shop.
space there. Yeah, not has it expanded? Because what I don't want to happen is that, you know, a a card licensee comes to Uptown, but they're surrounded by 10 other cannabis shops,
Illegal
and
cannabis.
illegal cannabis shops, and it's shut down. And this person really worked to get this card license. So,
Correct.
so have you heard anything about enforcement?
The only way that you can enforce that if you call 311, to be
Okay.
honest with you, and then they will, the OCM has like their own kind of law or kind of police enforcement, and they will just go there and kind of take it down. But the police officer or the police can't do anything about it, since it's still, they have not have a law or like a specifics or a guideline to arrest people these days. Because if you really want to take this down, you have to call the agriculture, like state or like law, because they're the ones who can take you down. Or 311 would call OCM and they will just come to your shop and do their thing. But the police can't do anything about it.
As much as we, I am for this green movement, right? But I want to do it the right way. I'm really excited. I really want to promote at least one card licensee to come uptown. But I know that they look at this as a hindrance, as an obstacle. So we want to promote this the right way and give people who were affected by the war on drugs to kind of turn a new leaf. But really quickly before we continue, I just want to give a shout out to Tanisha.
Yes.
Tanisha, hey Tanisha, how are you? Welcome to Business Development. If you're just tuning in,
No.
we're talking. We're just getting a brief update. Valeska works for the Harlem Coalition. She's working alongside SBS Business Solution Centers to help people apply for these licenses for cannabis. There's 9 licenses out right now, and there's the deadline is quickly approaching. They opened it October 4th. They gave us 60 days to apply. I know there's an influx of people who are looking for help on how to apply for these licenses. December 18th is the deadline, so we have to promote this because our community was heavily affected by the war on drugs.
Heavily.
Right? Heavily
And
affected.
a lot of these social justice licenses are not going to our community. So there's that. And it's interesting that, when I pop on, y'all talking about this, because I was also on the Cannabis Task Force meeting last night.
Oh, great.
And we had a very interesting meeting. And I think that maybe Business Committee can partner with the Cannabis Task Force to and I just think that it's not enough time. We also was talking about the loan interest. There's been some articles written. I will drop it in the chat about, how much interest these people are going to be paying. and there's just like some courses that they can't get away from.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
60 days is not enough, Joel. Like it's
it's-
like you have to have if you want a dispensary, it has to be up and running while you are waiting, like up and not running, but up and ready to run. Like you have to have staff, like you have to have everything in place
in place,
while
just
you're waiting for your license. How is that
it's
going to work?
crazy. It's crazy. And just to tell you, before the Cannabis Task Force, business development was talking about card licenses. So our committees, these two committees blend because this is going to be a heavy part of the economy of Washington Heights. So when we're talking about business development, we'll be remiss not to talk about cannabis, right? So I'm glad you were on that meeting yesterday, and 60 days isn't enough. And the reason why, and I've heard this, is because they knew the sheer volume of applicants that were going to happen, and they're also still issuing licenses for card licensees. So it's tough. This is why Velasquez here to help promote people to apply and help apply. She's working your office is on 181st Street, right?
No. Well, I'm part of that office as well, but when I do one-on-one, it's on Harlem Commonwealth,
Okay.
361 West 125th Street. And I didn't see
Yeah,
any.
can you repeat that? Yeah, for the record.
361 West 125th Street.
So that's 361 West
125th.
125th. And for the record, can you state your email and a
My
phone
email
number?
is really long, so I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay. I'm just
Or
gonna have
V Ferreira at harlemcommonwealth.org. But I'll just put it in the chat.
yeah, please. And yeah, the reason why is you're here. We want everybody, who's watching at home or who's going to tune in on YouTube, that has this info to get it out. We need as much applicants as possible. We're going to celebrate the first cannabis shop here in Washington Heights. It's the home of the haze. I've said it before in this meeting. This is Washington Heights, home of the haze. We are an integral part of the cannabis culture. So whoever, and I know it's discouraging sometimes to see the black market, the green market here, and not come up and shoot your shot here, but we welcome all applicants. And yeah, so but let's go. Anything else that you want to mention? Or any questions from the
I'm
committee?
just saying, like, we're open to see anyone that is interested and have any questions. We also have a lot of resources if you're not ready to open your own business, you can get into the workforce to start to just like mingle yourself along the way. And then, because it is really expensive to open a business on cannabis because of the resources, because of the taboo, because it's not federal legal. So if you're not ready yet to open your business, you can start just immerse yourself with like the growers. You can immerse yourself within like other companies. We can immerse yourself being part of the workforce that they offer, and it's free of charge. Like all these things that the city is doing are free. So it is good that I feel like cannabis will open an other kind of like a sideline, a side work or world. So it will be just banks for cannabis, work for cannabis, lawyer for cannabis. And then if you really want to just immerse yourself, just start from just the baby steps. And then we're there. We have all these resources to get you in. So I put the flyer in the chat. That is my information in English and Spanish, and then we're there on the address that I told you from 9 to 5. You just can just call me or email me, and we're available all the time. We can go to you. We work, as I mentioned before, we are focused on Washington Heights area, or myself, Washington Heights and Inglewood. But if you are anywhere in Manhattan, we're there for you.
Okay, great. And for the record, can you also state your phone number, your office phone number, not your personal, your
Yeah,
office phone number?
it is also there on the flyer, but it's 212 749-0900, extension 144. 212-749-0900, extension 144.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, Tanisha, I would highly encourage Valeska go into the cannabis task force. I don't think Nobles was there when she
I
spoke.
was there yesterday.
Oh, you were there yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay,
I was
good.
also
So
there.
we're late
Yeah.
to the party. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, good.
It was really very cool. I loved it. It was very informative too. And we have a candidate that or it's CB12 as a candidate that is going to just share with you his business in January. He doesn't have a dispensary or retail dispensary business. He has a micro business. And that's why I'm trying to reinforce the fact that what it entails to open that, and what we'll be doing to the community. So as I mentioned before, micro businesses are seed to sale. So it's important to just share with the community what exactly are your goals, one, and exactly how you are contributing to the community, what your business is going to do for them, because I feel like micro businesses can bring or add a little workforce to that specific business. So because he's doing seed to sale, he can just hire so many people in the community as well. That's what I'm also reinforcing workforce.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I think especially it's gonna give rise to a lot of employment opportunities locally. But thank you so much, Valeska. I appreciate you coming on, giving us a quick update on the cannabis industry. Hopefully we get more applications than just one. We got to catch up.
Correct.
Let's bring Home with the Haze to the forefront. But thank you, Valeska.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, great. So we're gonna move on the agenda. So I wanted to show you guys, moving from cannabis, I wanted to go back a little bit and show you what I was talking about, in terms of the restaurant week. So I'm gonna share my screen really quickly. Okay. Oh, I have it here. Put this up. Okay, good. Let me share my screen. Okay. So very rarely, when these opportunities come, I want to share it with you guys. These are marketing. Obviously, there's a cost to these things, right? So it's Restaurant Week. From January 16th to February 4th. Early registrations were from the 31st. But the 31st of October, excuse me, the 31st of October. They're accepting applications all the way up to, I think, January. Give me 1 second. Sorry. January 9th. It's $1,900. I know it's a fee, but this is an investment,
$1,900,
This is an investment to your
not
business.
1,900, 1009, no.
No, 1,900, sorry. Yeah, 1,900. So this is an investment to your business. Whenever these things come around, and last time Restaurant Week, during the summer, I said, next time this is in, we have to harp on it because these are marketing materials that go out throughout the city, right? New York City is a heavy tourism business. And anytime any tourist wants to, go out to eat, they're gonna go to New York City's website, and one of your businesses, the business could be something that's highlighted. So I'm gonna
Okay.
send you this,
Okay, 'cause I
and
can't see.
I'm gonna send it to you so you can include it in the minutes. There's a lot of information on this. Just wanted to show it. And it's ran by the Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment. It
Really?
gives you,
Media entertainment?
yeah, it gives you so much exposure. It's at 30, 45, $60 plates. So just tell all your business owners that you know to participate. It's a form. It's a DocuSign, or you can contact. I'm give you the email. It's NYC Rest Week. It's NYC Rest Week at nyctourism.com. Great opportunity, sponsored by New York and MasterCard. So just take advantage of it. I know it's a bit of an investment, especially these times, but
I think, and I
Yeah.
will clarify it, before I put in the minutes, because I work with, Uptown Grand Central,
mhm,
especially over the summer when we do a vendor pop-up and Marcus Garvey.
Mhm.
And, they also, put all the they actually also include not only restaurants that are involved in Restaurant Week,
mhm.
but they include all Upper Manhattan restaurants in their guide. So I suggest that everybody go to Uptown Grand Central and also seek out some of these economic development corporations to see if they will offset the cost of the registration.
Okay, yeah. What is it called? Uptown?
Uptown Grand Central.
Okay.
She's in charge of the Harlem. She's got the contract for Harlem Night Market, if you've heard about.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, where she's doing it by La Marqueta. That's
Yeah.
where she does a lot of the work. She's really like a one-woman show. That's what I keep saying she.
Mhm.
But so they do, and actually when she does hot chocolate rides, people can rent a bike
Mhm.
down and by or they'll give you a bike at La Marqueta. And they actually went to, this year they went to 2 businesses in Washington Heights, one of them being Dula Cafe.
Mhm.
But people should seek out Uptown Grand Central. It's a great resource, not only for all the businesses and to get listed, you can see what's going on in terms of what might be available for funding, et
Good.
cetera.
So you'll put that on the minutes. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are, here at the Business Development Committee, this is what we try to do. We try to pull in resources, try to give it to our business owners to help them increase revenue and get the general economy of Washington Heights, any resource that we can get. So just wanted to share that with you guys. The last thing in our agenda,
You're kidding.
one more thing. One more thing, yeah. Not bad. We're doing good. What time is it? That's good. One more thing. And I just want to go over it. This was mentioned in land use. It's the biggest initiative the city has right now, is the City of Yes. Has anybody heard of the City of Yes? I'm sure you guys have. So there's different avenues, but we're gonna specifically tackle the economic opportunity avenue of the City of Yes initiative. So let's talk about it.
Can you just for the record, if we say a little bit more about exactly what City of Yes is?
So City of Yes is initiative by Mayor Adams for multiple avenues. So one of them is it's really about zoning, right? Zoning initiatives that are going to increase and support smart businesses, affordable housing, and promote sustainability. carbon neutral, economic developing, housing opportunity. These are all avenues that Mayor Adams has kind of promoted. But here at business development, we want to focus, and also in land use, we want to focus on economic opportunity. And I'm going to share my screen again, because I think I have it here. Bear with me. So let me share my screen here again. So land use had a great presentation in November about this. So I'm not going to go into too many details. I just want you guys to see it. So basically what they're trying to do is rezone certain areas, especially here in Washington Heights, that are going to be able to, that we're going to be able to use. For example, I'll give you an example, maybe like a second floor businesses, where zones usually don't, some certain zones don't allow second floor businesses, but the City of Yes Economic Opportunity Initiative is going to allow to rezone these districts in order to do that. And it's to help combat vacancy rates. And there's 9 proposals, and you can go through all of them. It's extensive. Like I mentioned, land use had a great presentation on it. I don't want to go over it again. And I'm pretty sure outreach to this district is going to happen. And whenever it does, I'm going to make sure that we're aware of that so we can go attend it. And possibly have somebody from the City of Yes, that office come, and I think it's New York City Planning that does this, to come in and explain this. So a couple of proposals: reactivate storefronts, simplify district types, small scale production, loading docks, upper floor commercial. And I'll be lying if I said I know about land use and different zonings. I'm not Wayne Benjamin. Shout out to Wayne Benjamin. He's an expert on that. And I just received the deck not too long ago. So these are some of the things that are going to expand. Here's a proposal 3, proposal 4, 5, 6. And I think it was sent out by our chair. So you could take a look at that. And anybody who wants this deck, I will give it out. I'll send it to you for the minutes. But yeah, promote agriculture, life sciences, and support nightlife. These are all great things that kind of coincide with land use, but also business development. But I wanted to show you to you guys because there is certain zoning in our district that is going to be affected by this, especially that in Washington Heights, the bid, some areas in Inwood. So take a look at it. There's definitely opportunities there. It's going to liven things up and rezone certain areas in our neighborhood. All right.
Yeah, I'm curious. Is there anything about, let's say, nonprofit theaters built? Is that going to help?
I don't know.
Not that I would know if I was doing a capital campaign, but if I was.
There's more than 9. There's 17. Sorry, I could have sworn I saw. Did I say 17 or 9? There's 17 proposals. Okay.
Well, you'll send it to me. So.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. And anybody who wants this, I will send it to you. So let me know if you guys do want this. But yeah, any questions on that?
Yeah, just send it because it'd be interesting to see, like, I know there's empty lots, let's say, and
Yeah,
would that help, like, if or what are we allowed to build on and not build on?
okay.
How are they going to,
I just sent it
address
to you.
the,
I just sent it to you, Alexa.
just want to know how they're going to address the empty lots and what they
Okay.
can and can't be used for.
Yeah, I think I think there's one empty lot that is in a certain district, and I think it's in 215. And they mentioned it in the proposal, so, on 215. That used to be like an industrial zone, but it's gonna be kind of like one of these things that are mixed, industrial and commercial, don't quote me. Again, I'm gonna refer you to land uses meeting on November, it's on YouTube, go look it up. It's an extensive presentation. So, okay. How we doing on time?
Excellent. 8:05.
Good. All right. Any new business? Old business. I'm gonna do some old business. So our lovely chair has come out with templates on any type of documents, any communication that we have. That's what we were waiting for to get started on our resource guide. I don't know if you remember back in September, we spoke about it. We're waiting for templates. I'm going to be working on it now that we've had some time to get the templates, some time to get some guests and resources. I'm going to put it all in a format, and I'm going to present it to you guys in our February meeting. Just to see it, we're going to see it. I think it's our meeting is February. It's going to be February 6th. So February 6th, I'm going to present you guys the resource guide, and we can add or take away or bring other resources in it to kind of get our first one by Q2. Okay. But it's in the works. So that's some old business. We haven't forgotten about that. We are just intaking as much as we can in order to put up a final.
And
kind
what
of
is
final
your, I'm sorry, what is your desired deadline to have this completed?
By Q2, so that's end of March. So I'm gonna propose it by February. We'll look at it, and our first finalized one should be by Q2 of next year. So by March or April of next year.
I almost read that it was 2025. I just realized it's going to be
2024, yeah. You're good. So I just want to let everybody know that it's still in the works. So now that we got the templates, we can put and pull all these resources together and kind of give that one-stop shop to the whole board of different resources that we have. Huh?
Can we see the template?
Yes.
Not right this minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna show it to you guys. And it's good for the minutes and for the agenda. So I'll show it to you after.
Yeah.
Okay. So any announcements? Okay, great. I want to thank everyone. Valeska, thank you, Tanisha, for joining us. Everybody in the
Thank you
committee.
for having me. I'm very grateful.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate everyone that came. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays and a happy new year. Pray for a lot of blessings this new year. So thank you so much. We've done great work in this committee this year, and we look forward to continuing the work that we're doing here in 2024. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn at 8:09.
Two, second by Bruce. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Have a good
Take care,
night.
guys.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.